Alright, Daster131 here. Doesn't need an intro. I might do these without one. Today we'll be telling you guys why there aren't any MMORPGs, more specifically VR MMORPGs, on the Quest. The ones that I do know, Orbis and Zenith, are already shutting down. Orbis is getting ready to shut down. Zenith is shut down. Alicia has 0 players and might be shutting down. And those are like the big tier 3 MMORPGs for VR. Like, the only MMO like games we got now are Oathbreakers, Freeland, Polyguild Adventures, Rift XR, and a bunch of others. We also have Quest Together, which doesn't have a leveling system. It's gear based, but you get the idea. There's no developers making MMORPGs like in first person, where you feel like you're in the game, not a third-person camera, like a first-person VR MMORPG. Like, this is 2025, and 2025, we expected a VR MMORPG from like back then. Like that's what we got with Orbis. That was one of the first one. It only lasted 8 years. Like, I had 1,500 hours. No, 1,500 hours into Orbis. And that's taken away from me. I mean, I'm banned now. And now they're shutting that down. There are also not that many developers making MMORPGs for VR. Like, we got like a few MMORPGs. There's actually a lot more coming out. Like, you got Polyguild, you got Ascent Quest. I already said Polyguild. There's like a lot more. I have a bunch of them in my server. There's Revelmon that's already out. It's a Pokemon MMO like. It's a Pokemon MMORPG that uses NFT technology and cryptocurrency, so to pay to play. No, play to earn. Yeah, play to earn. That game, Revelmon, and then we got like Quest Together, which is like Dragon Quest. That's pretty cool. What else do we got? Yeah, there's not that many. And the many that are out there are still in development. And you can play World of Warcraft right now using a VR mod. You just can't use a live server. The one game that you can use a live server on with a VR mod is Final Fantasy XIV VR, using the VR mod. You can actually switch into a first-person mode by having a headset on with using a controller and a keyboard to talk. You can actually like play that game first person, and you actually feel like you're in the world of Final Fantasy XIV. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, Square Enix and Blizzard, if you're watching this, please port your games to the Oculus Quest in first person. I want to actually swing the sword or do the cast magical spells with my wand or my hands or whatever in Final Fantasy XIV. Blizzard, you do that too. Please, for the love of all Christ, port World of Warcraft Classic and normal World of Warcraft, or WoW, into VR, for crying out loud. Alright? This is ridiculous. Those are like those games had billions of players, and you can't even port it to VR. Not to mention, there's a game called Eldamore VR, which I probably won't be able to get to play. I'm banned from its server because it's made out of previous Orbis players that hate my guts, right? That now work for the company that Scorpio is making. Scorpio has developers from Zenith, Alicia, Orbis, Blizzard, pretty much all those MMO developers, and some Square Enix ones. I'm not sure about Square, if she has any developer from Square Enix. She tried to buy out Orbis. She tried to, but the developers of Orbis LLC said, no, we are not gonna let you buy this game out. We're just gonna shut the game down. And I'm like, well, at least let us give us the server files and give us the client files for Orbis, so we can host our own private servers. There's actually a private server that's being made and developed right now for Classic Orbis called, well, I guess Orbis Preborn. It's made by Fluffy, so like, I guess we'll be playing that. And it's Classic, but we won't be and I guess Logan has some of the server files and client files for this version of Orbis, the one that's shut down. I'm not sure how recent it is, but like, once we figure out a way to reverse engineer the servers and the client, we'll be able to make our own private servers and play the game like it was. now. Well, not now, but we will be able to get to play the game without the use of official servers, which will be shutting down in April, and they'll also take the game off. But yeah, it's really sad that Orbis is shutting down. I really love that game. Same with Zenith. Zenith is shut down. Alicia's still up, but is very dead and quote unquote might be shutting down. I've already gotten max level on one of my characters, level 15. They haven't changed it yet. Don't know when. I'm gonna have to make a new character. There's also no MMORPGs on VR chat. Like I've only played one, and that's Project Aincrad on the 1.6 update, and there's one I haven't played yet called World of the Soul, made by some Japanese guy. It's a PC only though. Only two MMORPGs. World developers on VR chat, please make more MMORPGs for VR chat. Like you have all the tools necessary in the world to make an MMORPG in VR chat. Please do that. Because I want to play actual games that save your data, and so that I can sink my hours into VR chat. But yeah, any developers out there who are watching this, please make more VR MMORPGs. Blizzard, port World of Warcraft or WoW to VR chat. Square Enix, please port Final Fantasy XIV to VR chat with a first-person view, and where you can actually swing your sword and do stuff in first person. Please, Square Enix, for the love of God, port it to the Quest. You'll get a lot of money from that, and if you utilize the Quest App Store, you could get the subscriptions from there. But yeah, please, for the love of God, those two developers, port your games to the VR headsets, and to all you other smaller developers who are making MMORPGs. Please also port them to the Quest and any other headset. All right. I'm tired of looking at the App Store not being able to find any MMORPGs that are in VR, that are in first person. Right? There's like a few out there, and there's like those few are shutting down now. The three big ones are shutting down. Not sure about Alicia though. But yeah, developers, get on this. Make more MMORPGs for VR. Okay? Like VR MMOs. Daster131 signing off.